Hey, what do you say? How about we have some fun today? Hey, what do you say? We're gonna have an awesome day. Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Thursday. Today is sunny and it's gonna be warm. I'm very excited to be outside and enjoying the day. But before we go outside, I wanted to do our little music break so that you guys had our last instruments of the week before we put them all together tomorrow. So we have our drum, we have our maraca, we have our set of boom markers, or a few boom markers that we made yesterday, and today we're going to add a couple new instruments. One of them is an instrument that we use in music class that's hollow, it's made of wood, and it sounds like this. Tick tock. Do you remember the name? If you said Guiro, you are correct. So our Guiro is a hollow instrument and it makes a knocking sound. So I thought, since we don't have a lot of these instruments in the house, this might be a good option. This is a hollow, you see that? This hollow. Plastic, it's not wood, but it's hollow. And if we look at our bottle, it has ridges just like the Guiro. So we're gonna make sure that our cap's off so it's hollow. Take our handy dandy pencil and you're just gonna tap it like this. That sounds like tick-tock to me. Then if we want it to sound like a zipper, so you do have to use your imagination a little because this is not a wooden instrument or a wooden, whatever this is. It's not a wooden bottle, it's a plastic bottle. So when you do this, it still has a nice little beat to it. Now, one other thing you can do with this instrument, if you wanted to make it a double instrument, is you can fill a little bit of rice inside. So I have a funnel that I put in my bottle, and I'm gonna pour a little rice inside of my bottle. Then, of course, I wanna make sure I put my cap on because otherwise that would be a mess. And we tack it on nice and tight. So let's get our pencil. You hear that? It has a nice maraca sound. And voila, we made a really cool instrument and another instrument as well when we added the rice. So nice to play with some stuff to make some sounds to see what we can come up with. All right, speaking of seeing what we come up with, I thought of a really cool thing. We need like a bass drum. We need something solid in our band for our percussion. And we could use the drum, but I found that if I use an elastic and a container, I sort of have a nice solid beat. So check it out. There's my container. Here's my elastic around the back. So watch this. Sort of has that nice boom sound like we did when we had our, when we talked about having a bass drum in a band. Nice and solid. So this was an easy peasy thing to do. Now, some of you may not have elastics, but you may have hair ties. So your hair tie would have to use a smaller container. Just put your little pony over the cover, over the container, and then you have this. It's a little higher sound, but it still has a nice solid beat, and it's sort of fun to play. So my friends, now you have some things to make. If you want to get creative with this, I'm going to just add one more thing. If you want to put a couple of more bands on the little one, or even on the big one, if you have other rubber bands, you can make a little mini stringed instrument too. This one's sort of fun. So here we go with 3 ponies. Whoops, that one's sliding off. And what I did was, when I was playing this, I added a little bit of tape so that the ponies would stay nice and solid. And, oops, upside down. So we just put a little bit of tape on the side so that they don't slip. I'm gonna just do this little messily just so we can move forward. So now they're all snug. Now listen, So we're making sort of like a guitar sound. That's not in our percussion sections, but it's very pretty cool. So my friends, that is all we have today. We made our Guiro, we made our Guiro maraca, and we made our bass drum. One of these instruments you should be able to find in your house and create. So good luck, make some music, and I will see you tomorrow. Let's say, hey, what do you say? Music class is done today. Bye, boys and girls. So nice to see you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow with our band.